Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. This is probably going to be a really fun video, at least for us anyway. We love shooting slugs, and these are factories. What we're doing here is comparing Winchester, Remington, and Federal standard 1-ounce Foster slugs out of a rifled barrel and a smoothbore, back-to-back, 3 shots each, to see which brand is the most accurate. Here's what they look like. The Remington, Federal, and Winchester. Now, these sort of have a hollow point on them, but yeah, it's hard to really call that a hollow point. I don't know.
It's a dimple.
Yeah. My prediction is the Federal is going to be the most accurate across the board. What about you?
I'm going with the Remingtons. I don't know why, but every time I've ever loaded a Remington, say like my 35, like core locks or something, that's the only reason. There's no scientific explanation behind it. I'm just choosing it because I've shot a lot of Remingtons.
Remington does make good ammo.
We've also had some blow up on us, but that's
Yeah.
a different story for another day.
Yep. But we're going to shoot these at 42 yards over a chronograph. We have 2 points of aim down there, like always. The guns we're using is the H&R Ultra Slug and the JTS, which they're
Black rifle.
They're somewhere in this truck. We'll get them out in a second. But we have a notebook to keep track of pattern size, I guess group size, but you'll see everything like that. This should be a really interesting video. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we're starting with the smoothbore first. This gun has a 4-setting gas block. 0 is no gas. I have it on 0. So effectively, this is a straight pull bolt action single shot right now. But let's see how these do. The reason I have it set like this is because the mag does not, with the lead sled, it's really hard to use the mag. You ready, Josh?
Yeah. Looks like about an inch slow and right.
Yep. 1598. These are rated at 1600 FPS. We're right there. Second shot.
Maybe an inch below your first.
Yeah, it's just an inch away. 1621 FPS. And here is the third shot, guys.
Touching your first shot.
That's a very good group. 1613 FPS. I really don't think rifling is going to help that any. Not unless it can put them all through the same hole. That's
they were
really
designed
good
for smoothbore, so that's one thing about the Foster Slug. They're designed for smoothbore and full chokes. I know that's going to start some arguments.
Josh is going to lay his down with the rifle barrel, and then we'll look at them both at the same time.
Alrighty, guys, my turn. I'm using the crap. My mind went blank right there. Y'all ever do that? The Ultra Slug. I don't know why I could not think of that. Anyways, we got the Ultra Slug here with this scope the size of Texas. I'm going to lay down 3 of these Winchester Super X 1-ounce Foster Slugs. I don't think the rifling was going to help them. Honestly, my prediction, the rifling is going to hurt them.
Yep.
They are not designed for this.
I've always heard you're not really supposed to shoot rifled slugs out of rifled barrels.
Same here.
And then some people say that it helps them out a lot. We're going to find out. That's the whole point of this video.
Yep.
Also to see which brand does the best, too.
Are you ready?
Yep.
High.
Yep, it's about 2 inches high and 2 inches right of point of aim. We obviously have these guns sighted in for a completely different load.
True, so if this next one goes to the same spot.
That was 1618 FPS.
That's just where they're flying.
1750.
Ooh, that's spicy. I need to redo the ratchet strap on this side.
Yeah.
That thing is mauling my elbow. Just wanted to point that out there. That is no excuse. Alrighty.
1654.
They all
Guys,
look fine.
from back here, it looks like the rifling group is a little bit bigger.
It is.
I think it is.
We got a little better velocities out of the rifling, though.
That's just because we have a 8-inch longer barrel, 6-inch longer barrel.
True, I didn't think about that. It's open. But
5.5-inch longer barrel. There's a joke there somewhere, guys. But we're going to go measure those, and we'll get back with you. Okay, guys, here is the smoothbore group, and right here is the rifled group. Josh has it written down what they are.
Yep. I got the rifling wrote down first. The rifling group is 2 3/8 inches across, and then it's 2 inches up and down. So the horizontal's 2 3/8, the vertical's 2 inch. And then on the smoothbore, it is 2 inches horizontally, and then 2 7/8 vertically. I don't know if that was us error, what error, but
It's just the slugs, at least on my part. I had really good trigger breaks every shot.
right. But that's what those ones are. So I guess we'll continue this test, and we'll be able to compare all this data, if you want to call it that, at the end.
Yep. And I do have new points of aim right here and right here. I am going to patch these holes too with white tape. All right, guys. Next, we're doing the Remingtons. And we did take both guns and resight them in for those Winchesters. So these all should hit closer to point of aim now. But he's going first since he has that gun sighted in for point of aim.
Yep, I got to stand up, turn the chronograph on.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, guys. We've got here 3 of these Remington sluggers. They're just 1 ounce rifled Foster slugs is all they are. Nothing special, so to speak. But let's see how they do out of this rifled barrel. And then he's going to step up and use the JTS and see how they do out of the smoothbore. We're at 42 yards like normal. We got the chronograph set up. I guess without further ado, let's do.
And these are rated for 1560 FPS instead of 1600.
A little bit faster.
Slower.
Slower?
Slower.
Slower, yeah. So. Long day, guys.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
There goes point of aim.
Yep, you just took out point of aim. 1454.
Oh, I dropped. There it is.
These are running a little bit slower.
I've seen instances where that helps, though.
Yeah. At least that one shot was running slower. We had that one shot with the Winchester on Josh's group that was 1750, so.
My point of aim's gone.
Yeah, I guess just aim for the hole.
I'm making a snowman, guys.
1489, and that's a perfect 50-50 overlap. At least it looks like it is down here.
I'm going to put one in the middle of them.
That seems like it's a tack driver overload, and Josh may be right. The Remingtons are the most accurate. Yep.
Okay, that went through my last one.
1462.
Well, I feel like I chose well.
I feel like you did too.
It seems like whenever it matters anyways, like I've never had one blow up hunting. Now, down here at the range or up there at that range screwing around, there might have been some bad things happened.
Yeah, we've had some mishaps with Remington ammo before, but
what was them things called though? There's like a wild load anyways. They're like hypersonic steels or something.
It was the Sportsman's High Speed Steel 3.5-inch 12 gauge, and the other one was just your common everyday gun club target shells.
Anyways, they all look fine. They're just factory.
Yeah.
But I feel the need to check Remington brass after I shoot them now. Like, out of rifles anyways, I've got that old 35. I've shot I don't know how many of the 200 grain core locks out of it, never had a problem. But some of their shotgun shells, it seems like when the quality control problem was happening, they put out some bad ones.
We experienced it for sure.
Yeah.
We shoot a lot more ammo than most people do, I feel like. Shotgun ammo, anyway.
Right.
Let's go check that group out. Well, after I lay mine down, that is. All right, guys, and here is the group with the Remingtons through a smoothbore. And it's an inch high point of aim.
That's about where you
1395
sighted it, though.
FPS. Is my mic on?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought I forgot to turn it on. All right, guys. Second shot. Ow. Right beside it, the grip jumped up and then slammed down on the meat of my hand. 1488. And it's right beside it. I gotta watch my hand. It's already starting to bruise up.
Dang.
Right here.
Yep.
Anyway. Guys, it looks like the rifling is going to greatly help with the Remingtons.
Help that.
Unload the gun. Let's fix it.
The weather said no more, says I. Technical difficulties.
All right, guys, we fixed the paper. We have it nailed up this time instead of tack, so it ain't coming back off. But here's the last shot. I'm not going to pinch my hand again. Hopefully. $14.77, and I made a string. My group is pretty good, but Josh's is a lot better. It's cool that they're both in strings, though. Well, guys, here's the groups. Mine's right here with the smooth bore. Josh's is over here. What did we end up with?
For my group, it is 1 inch wide, imagine that, by inch and 7/8 up and down. So it's 1 by 1 7/8.
That's
you want to
really
call it a
good.
group like that. And then they're all perfectly together, so I measured it like, diagonally anyways, but it's about 1 inch by 3 inch.
Yep.
They're all laid in there about right at that angle. But there's 3 inches between the farthest two, so it's just, 1 by 3, and mine is 1 by 1 7/8.
Right. If you think about it, those slugs are 73 cal, so it's really 73 by 3 inches.
I've got enough deviation in mine. I feel safe to call it
an
inch.
Me too. If you look at my middle one, it's a little bit.
But all in all, though, I mean, that surprised me. Usually rifling don't particularly help foster slugs.
In this case, it really did.
Yep. I feel like this is yet to be seen, so there's still one more group to shoot. But I think I picked well whenever I chose Remington to do the best.
I think you picked well too.
Never know though. Federal might just go ping all through the same.
Federal was my pick, and these Winchester groups, you can still see them. They're underneath tape, but there's a lot of room for improvement, even though those are very good groups.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Why in the hell did I say welcome back? Y'all ain't never went nowhere. Anyways, we're up on the Federals now. Once again, I'm here with the Ultra Slug at 42 yards. 1 ounce Foster Slugs. Let's see how they do. I don't know if they could beat them Remingtons or not. I might just throw the group. What do you think?
I think they'll beat it.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Same thing as done on the Remingtons?
1649.
That one went high versus where the Remingtons were flying right where it was.
These have the highest listed FPS.
These are also the shortest shells.
Yeah, this is actually a 2 5/8 inch shell. It is not 2 3/4, even though it says it is on the box.
You ready?
Yep.
Aww.
1610, that's the box advertised velocity. And that went almost through the same hole, so I have a chance of winning this.
No, I'm going to shoot the post.
He would too.
For the sake of you guys, I won't. I believe they're bigger than the Remingtons by maybe 1/4 inch.
Maybe, but if they aren't, then
they're right on par.
They're on par, and we saw a box advertised velocity out of this one, 1610.
Yep.
But I'm going to lay my group now. I want to lay my group down now, and we'll take a look at those. All right, guys, I want to lay my group down here. And yes, I know I just said that a second ago. But here we go.
Those are flying high for you too.
Yep. That's probably because they're loaded to higher velocity. 15, 17.
That's literally about the same distance as mine.
Yep.
That was my first shot, anyways. My other one's strung down towards point of aim, but from my top shot to point of aim, that's about the same as his first to his point of aim. That's a little bit of consistency, anyways, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. Here's shot number 2. Oh, it's like 2 inches away. 1630.
If you put one in between them two.
That was a hot shell. 1630 out of an 18.5-inch barrel.
Yeah.
I don't think we even saw that with the 24-inch barrel out of the other gun.
I don't believe so.
And these are giving me pretty bad trigger slap.
Right. If you put one in the middle, it'll match your Remington group.
Yeah.
What's the odds that what is it? I'm trying to say here. What's the odds that happens anyways? I'll think of the right thing I'm trying to say in a minute.
Pretty likely. And normally if these were our hand loads and we got a lot higher velocity like that, we'd give it a mulligan. You know, just take that out of the equation. But this is a factory round. We're not going to do that.
If the deviation in the slug flying through the air puts it there, because they obviously ain't hitting point of aim.
Right. Back down to 1548. And yeah, that's just how it is. This group's not through smoothbore. These don't seem all that accurate. The rifling really helped this load, but that right there is the worst group yet.
I won, guys.
Yep,
Green and yellow box technically won, but that's the one I chose, based on solely nothing but dead whitetails at the hand of Corlocks. Nothing to do with shotguns at all.
And real quick before Josh writes these down, here's my group with the smoothbore. It's not that great. And there's Josh's with the rifling. And we'll get back to you when he has everything scribbled down here.
Yep. Alrighty, guys, I've got this chicken scratch scribbled down here. And all in all, gathering all the stuff together, the Remingtons won.
Yep.
But these groups here, this group here, the Federals, was extremely close to the Remingtons. It only lost by a 1/4 inch.
Yep.
It is 1 1/4 inches wide by 1 7/8 up and down. The Remingtons were exactly 1 inch wide by 1 7/8 up and down. So the vertical on them is exactly the same. I just had a little more of a flyer on that shot. That was probably me. Overall, I'd say these two here are pretty well on par from my experience with them.
Out of the rifled barrel.
Out of the rifled barrel. A fully rifled barrel, that is. Not a rifled choke. But and then you get over here to this. And I mean, I don't know what happened. Just the guilt of defeat was too much on his conscience, I suppose.
Probably.
So it altered his shooting.
No, I had great trigger squeezes every time. That's just what it is. Although I will mention this shot right here. That one was 1630.
That's the one that ruined your group.
Significantly higher than the other two shots.
But his group worked out. I wrote it down, so I'm going to read it to you. Overall, the vertical string on it was 4 3/8 inches between this one to that one, and then it was 3.5 inches wide. Ridiculous. Not really. I mean, that would still. I mean, that'd have killed whatever you was pointing at.
Oh, yeah, totally.
At 42 yards, I feel like they should be a lot better than that.
Yeah, they should. We've had worse hand loads. Huh?
Rifled choke? Yeah. Touch back on this?
We could, yeah.
Just run 3-shot group through a rifle choke of each?
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. This is awesome. I think he's going to go through and list the velocities and stuff and all kinds of scientific things to come with this video.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, I will.
Okay, with all that out of the way, the Winchester Slug, with an advertised box velocity of 1,600 FPS, out of an 18.5-inch smoothbore barrel, gave us 1,610 FPS, So that is more than the advertised box velocity. Muzzle energy on that was 2,518 foot-pounds, which is respectable. However, out of the rifled barrel, 24 inches, the average velocity is 1,674 FPS, so a gain of 56. That's pretty good. Total muzzle energy, or average muzzle energy, is 2,722, so a gain of 204. That is quite a bit more, and this is the most powerful slug of the day. Now on to the Remington here. The advertised box velocity is 1560 FPS. Out of an 18.5 inch smoothbore, we got an average of 1453 FPS with an average muzzle energy of 2051. Out of a rifled 24 inch barrel, we got an average velocity of 1468 FPS, which is a gain of 13. That's not that much. And an average muzzle energy of 2093, an increase of 42. Again, not that much, and this was the weakest slug by far of the day, but it was the most accurate. And as for the Federals, they had the highest advertised velocity at 1,610 FPS. Out of an 18.5 inch smoothbore, the average we got was 1,565 FPS. The average muzzle energy is 2,379, so that is respectable. So out of the rifle 24 inch barrel, we had an average velocity of 1,617, which is a gain of 52. That's a decent amount. And for the average muzzle energy, we had 2,540, a gain of 161. That's quite a bit. So with the Winchester slugs, both groups were what I would call average. They were not spectacular, but they weren't terrible by any means at all. I would hunt with these. Vertically, out of the rifled barrel, we got a 2 inch spread, but horizontally, it was 2 3/8 inches. Not bad. From the smoothbore, horizontally, we had a 2 inch spread, and vertically, it was 2 7/8. So, again, not bad at all. About the same through either one. Moving on to the Remingtons, which again were the most accurate. Out of the rifled barrel, we had a horizontal spread of 1 inch and a vertical spread of 1 7/8 inch. That is quite a bit better than the Winchesters. Out of the smoothbore, we had a horizontal spread of 3 inches and a vertical spread of 1 inch. Now, that's pretty good. I would totally hunt with this. This would actually be my go-to factory slug. Yes, these were the least powerful slug today by quite a bit. However, they were, again, the most accurate, and they still have over 2,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And I would say if you're a good enough shot inside 150 yards, they have plenty of power to drop a white-tailed deer. No problem. Now, as for the Federals, we had a horizontal group out of the rifle barrel of 1 1/4 inches, and vertically it was 1 7/8. So very close to the Remingtons, maybe just a touch worse, but still, I'd feel very comfortable hunting with that. However, out of a smoothbore, we had a vertical group of 4 3/4 inches and a horizontal group of 3 1/2. So, inside 50 yards, yeah, that'll totally get the job done. They do have plenty of power, a lot more than the Remingtons, a little bit less than the Winchesters. But I want to say, with the results we got today anyway, 75 yards would be my own personal limit on the range with this slug out of a smoothbore. Well, guys, to close this video out, I guess it's fair to say that both of us were quite pleased with the performance of the Remingtons. Josh did guess that they would be the most accurate, and he was right, so congratulations, Josh. You won this debate. I apologize if it's a little windy out here, but off camera, we took the rest of the Winchesters and the Remingtons and fired them at 100 yards. Now, my wife, she had never shot slugs before in general, let alone at 100 yards for accuracy, and she hit the steel plate 2 out of 3 times with those Remington sluggers. Her first shot she missed and then adjusted point of aim, and she hit the next 2, her last 2 shots. And she had a smile on her face after she had hit it twice in a row. That was pretty cool for me to see, and hopefully she wants to do it some more. That's pretty cool to see, actually. Josh was able to hit the steel plate 2 out of 3 times with the Winchesters. The Federals we didn't shoot. I still have those, and I don't know what we'll do with them. Maybe we'll hunt with them, maybe we won't. We'll probably just end up shooting them for fun But as far as factory 1-ounce Foster slugs go, I think you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find anything that's more accurate than the Remington Slugger. It's a pretty good slug, in my opinion. It's loaded very well. I do happen to have these. They're also Remington Sluggers. These are a 7/8 ounce slug, moving at, look at that, 1800 FPS advertised velocity. We will be doing a video on these, and Remington does make a lot of other slugs in 12 and 20 gauge and 16. So if you guys, 410 too actually, if you guys want to see more of those, just let us know. We'll be happy to do them. We're big fans of this slug. This is what the 7/8 ounce slug looks like. Be looking for a breakdown video on this. I'm pretty interested in seeing how these are loaded. But I guess that's going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, guys. It was a lot of fun for us. We do have a Patreon and a merch store if you guys want to go check those out. A link is in the description, along with our Instagram and Rumble accounts. But until next time, you guys take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.